kids! Today, our lesson is on Listening Comprehension, Part A. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to listen to a story or passage based on public notice. Talk about the instructions and advice written on health posters and discuss the reasons for such posters. Kids, are you ready? Whoopee! Now let's get started on today's lesson. Woo! Turn up the volume of the TV. I think there's a public announcement on, Miss Hadiza said. Good evening. This is to inform the general public about confirmed cases of Lassa fever in 26 states. All citizens are advised to follow good hygiene practices in their work and home environment. This message is sponsored by the Federal Ministry of Health. This Lassa fever outbreak is really bad this year, said Mrs. Hadiza. I saw a public notice about it in today's newspaper, replied Mrs. Smith. What is this public notice? Asked little Yakubu. A public notice is information from an organization telling people about an incident or government-related activity that may cause citizens to take action. I was informed earlier that a government official will be coming to give a talk about Lassa fever at the market on Saturday, she told Mrs. Smith. Can I follow you to the market on Saturday? Asked Yakubu. Yes, you can, but I need you to always be where I can see you, replied Mrs. Hadiza. I'll see you both on Saturday, Mrs. Smith said as she left for her house. At the market on Saturday, Mrs. Hadiza introduced Mr. Bala to the traders. Mr. Bala is from an agency called Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, and he will talk to us about the Lassa fever outbreak and what we can do to prevent it. Good morning all, said Mr. Bala. You can call me Bala, and I work with Nigerian Center for Disease Control. It is the country's national public health institution that deals with public health emergencies. Lassa fever is a viral fever that is transmitted to humans through contact with food or household items contaminated with rodent urine or feces. Human-to-human transmission can also occur through direct contact with body fluids of infected persons. Symptoms include fever, muscle ache, sore throat, nausea, vomiting, chest and abdominal pain. Prevention of Lassa fever relies on maintaining good environmental and personal hygiene. Ways to do that include storing foodstuff in rodent-proof containers, disposing of garbage. If you suspect someone close to you has Lassa fever, avoid contact while caring for sick persons, as body fluids can transmit the virus. With that, I have come to the end of my talk. Feel free to meet me if you have any questions. Mrs. Hadiza thanked everyone that attended the talks. She informed them that there would be posters on Lassa fever in different spots at the market. It contained all the information Mr. Bala has talked about and more. It will serve as a public notice to everyone from the government, and it will be in English, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and Pidgin. So, everyone will be constantly reminded about what was talked about. The traders all nodded in agreement and left for their stores happy with the new information they just got. Kids, I'm sure you had an interesting time learning today. But we have come to the end of today's lesson. Today, we learned what a public notice is, We also listened to a government public notice and a talk about Lassa fever. Now, kids, it's assessment time!